Huh?
Every time somebody like Andre was talking about Bernie too, and everybody's got a funny Bernie Perrant story. Joe, I got to ask you, just like my Dave Schultz question, I got to ask you, favorite Bernie Perrant story.
Oh, God. Well, I'll tell you, Bernie was a hunter. He loved to hunt. He loved to hunt. So our first year in Philadelphia, he contacted me. He says, "I want to come up and get a black bear." Now he lives in Montreal, and we live in a place called Smithers, which is 150 miles from way up north. He said he wanted to get a bear. I said, "Oh." So he drove 7 days from Montreal to Smithers. Him and his buddy drove up there to come to get a black bear. So there was a friend of mine in the railroad. His name was Joe Tennant, and he was my coach as a young boy growing up. He was an engineer, and he was an and so he used to have to take trains back and forth to a place called Vanderhoof, about 150 miles down the road. And so Bernie wanted to get a black bear, and Joe kind of was kind enough to let him come on the engine with him, the engine of all places. And so anyway, Bernie bought his rifle, and they saw a black bear in the tracks. So Bernie's out there like the wild, wild west. He's shooting the bloody rifle at shooting at the poor bear, and he dinged the bear so many times. I think the bear died of fright more than anything else, and he hit him in the shaker so many times. Bear didn't move anymore. So they stopped the train, got the bear, and put it in one of the cars, and then they brought it back to Smithers. And Bernie was proud as a peacock. Him and my dad drove around 2 days in Smithers with the bear in the hood of the car. There was blood all over the car. There was flies and mosquitoes, and the dogs were chasing him down Main Street and everything else. And so that's my favorite story about Bernie.
Well,
It was
probably one of
comic.
many.
Yeah, one of many, but that was funny. Oh,
You
and
know,
that
it's
happened
funny.
years ago. Huh?
Every time somebody like Andre was talking about Bernie too, and everybody's got a funny Bernie Perrant story. If we ever get him on the podcast, which I would love to, because I'm like a huge fan of Bernie,
Yeah,
I would just let him
yeah.
roll with all these funny stories. So